Hi everyone. So today I'm going to teach you how to muscle test because I know I've heard from many of you that the finger thing doesn't work. And I know when you're at the chiropractor, they will do an arm test, but on your own, you can't do that. So we're going to do muscle testing made easy. So first of all, feet planted firmly on the ground. And I want you to look ahead when you say your statements. You don't want to be twisting, looking down, all loosey-goosey. Really, really plant yourself firmly looking ahead. So we always start with a test statement. Test statement being your name. So I would say, my name is Tina Germain. And my body starts to move forward because that's a yes. Forward is always a yes. Now, if I were to say, my name is Oprah Winfrey, I start to move backwards because I'm not Oprah. So if you get the reverse, you're not grounded and you're not in your body. So you may need to tap out, just tap, do 3 deep breaths in and out. Really root yourself into your feet. Take a nice deep breath. And on the exhale, push the energy down into the ground. Root yourself. If you do this a few times and you still are getting a reverse, you may need to drink some water. You might be dehydrated. So you cannot move forward until you get the correct response. So just take your time. If you're really ungrounded, you may just need to sit and ground for a sec. Again, tapping, maybe rubbing your arms, rubbing your legs, come back in to neutral. So once you know you're you can use this for anything. Now, here's a reminder. Muscle testing, kinesiology is not for capital T truth. It is not for, I am going to meet the love of my life in the next 3 days. No, that's not what it's for. This is the body's understanding. This is the cellular imprint. This is if things are compatible with your body. This is if there's a belief system stuck in your subconscious. This is not greater truth of, your future and what's going to happen. No. You also can't muscle test yourself to find out about someone else. No. This is for you. It is your body's wisdom. It is your truth. Conscious truth. So, let's say, here's one way I love using it. Grab a supplement. Put it on your belly button. Belly button. First of all, make sure you're you. Okay, once you know you're you, put it on your belly button and say, this herb is compatible with my body. I move forward, great. I always double check too. This herb is beneficial for my body. Great. Now it might be compatible and you might get a no for beneficial and then you go, something's not right there. Then you could always try a couple things. This herb is compatible with my body. Nope, that one is not compatible. Now here's the thing. You might need to check that you're your name between tests because if you pick up something that you usually like and you go backwards, make sure you're still you. If I'm muscle testing a few things in a row, I pause between each time. I reground, I recalibrate. Am I me? And as long as, I say, my name is Tina Germain and I go forward, I'm good. Sometimes you have to do this a few times to get yourself back to neutral. Now, you can use this with foods as well. It's you're not exactly gonna hold a food to your stomach, but you can be touching, a food and touching your stomach and say, this is compatible with my body, and you'll get an answer. Recently, so this will tell you, once you play with this, I've been doing this for a couple decades, so I'm really, really in tune with my body's yeses and nos, and sometimes they're subtle, they're not always overt. The more you do it, the more in tune you will be. Recently, I was at a different store than I usually go to, and the girl pulled out some, I'm gluten-free, she pulled out some gluten-free bread. And see, I'm telling the story and I'm already going backwards. I found myself in front of the cabinet going backwards. And I paused her and I said, I'm sorry, can you pause on making that sandwich? Can I actually see what the ingredients are in your gluten-free bread? And she was like, sure. And she handed me the bag. Sure enough, the first ingredient, something my body hates. Thank God my body gave me that message so I didn't get super sick later. I knew to say no. This is the way it can work for you. You get those body messages of like, we don't want that, or oh yeah, that would feel good. If you get a plate of food in front of you and you find yourself subtly wanting to back up, you might not want to eat something on there. There might be something that disagrees with your body. Now, if you ever find yourself doing this, could be a couple things. One, if I ever ask a belief system and I start rocking, then my body, the answer is not clear. So I will rephrase the question. Always state this question, like for supplements, this supplement or this food is compatible with my body or beneficial to my body. With belief systems, whatever the statement is, so let's say, back to rocking for a second. If you're rocking, either your nervous system might be trying to recalibrate and clearing out old trauma, old energy stuck. Let yourself rock. But if you find that you're not getting an answer and you just keep rocking, then you may need to pause, reground, again, drink water, some deep breaths, come back in and ask the question again. So you can use this for belief systems, as I said. Let's use an example. So once I know I'm me, again, always do the test statement, I could say, I am safe. My body goes forward. Now I know safety is a big issue for people. I have worked that belief to the nth degree, so I'm not surprised I go forward. But you may find if you say I am safe, you go backwards, so you know, whoa, I don't feel safe. I got to work that. If you ever find, let's say you said, I am unworthy, and you went forward, again, you would know, ooh, I got to work that belief system because I think I'm unworthy. So it's a good way to tap into the subconscious too, to see if there's a trapped belief. I'm trying to think if there's one that I'm working on right now that I know would be a no, but nothing is coming to mind. So play with it, but you'll know, it's pretty crystal clear when you hit that, oh no, that's not true, or oh yeah, I believe something that's really negative. Uh-oh. Belief system, that's a whole nother topic. Clearing beliefs, it's a whole nother topic. But for now, there's easy ways that you can start working it. Simply having the conscious awareness can also start to shift the program. So again, use this, play with this, always come back to the test. Make sure your feet are fully planted, looking straight ahead. If it's a supplement or food, near the body, or you can also be touching it. Belief system, again, you can have your hands over your heart. You don't have to. You can just be asking the question. Make sure, I have recently, I had cleared a belief about something being dangerous. And when I asked the question, my body slammed forward so hard that I almost fell over. So be aware that if you may really jerk backwards or forwards if your body is trying to say, oh yeah, that is the case. So, don't fall. Make sure you have something near you if you need to grab onto. But play with it. Ask me any questions in the comments below. I'm happy to answer your questions. It's so super easy. And the brilliance is it gets you out of your mind, out of what you want to be true and into the body truth. Because this, I find sometimes that even there's too much mental chatter. and I'm not neutral. Whereas if I ask from the body perspective, there's neutrality. Here's the other thing, just to be aware. I personally cannot muscle test in a store. Like if I'm in front of a wall of supplements, I can't muscle test. It's too much sensory input, and my body won't give me an answer. It'll just rock, or it'll just stop. It won't move in any direction. Too much overload. So buy the supplement, make sure you have a receipt, bring it home with you in the privacy of your home where you can be neutral, where you can be grounded, then test yourself. So yeah, I think that's everything. I hope that is hugely helpful, and play with it, have fun, and have a beautiful day.